So then it's looking at them and asking yourself truthfully, are these nourishing my soul? If you're doing it in like a bingy way, then probably not. Obviously, food does nourish your soul, but when you're just binge eating, more, that's just a disempowering mindset to get yourself into. So if you know that they're um, not good for you, not nourishing you, then what can you do to replace them? How I know it's easier said than done, but it really is just a thing of I'm not eating sugar this week. So just make it so it's not even an option. So it's like not in your head. You think, oh, should I? She's like, no. And I know that's really hard. And honestly, I cave so much. But every day, every time I say no, when I don't really need it, making new pathways again. It's like rewiring that habit so that soon the path of least resistance becomes saying no rather than it being easier to say yes. Because our brains, we just automatically do the path of least resistance. It's easier for us to take the chocolate and feel happy for 5 minutes than to sit there and fight the craving and feel it over and over again. That's harder, but every time you do it, you're making it easier for your future self. So, if we're fighting with cravings, it can just be really good just to go and distract yourself. This is like another layer of distraction. Maybe that's the wrong word. To to do something that's good for your soul, to do something that makes you feel good. Because when you feel good, when you feel really, really good, you're not searching for the chocolate, you're not craving anything because you feel so whole and complete in the situation right there and then that you don't need anything extra. Like when you're on top of a mountain and you can see the blue sky and the clouds around you. I mean, I have had it before where I thought, oh, I need a cigarette. But when I feel so whole and I've maybe just done a meditation, it's like, I don't need anything right now. I'm not even hungry. I'm so at one with everything that my addictions can fuck off. So, yeah, just taking yourself out of the situation, out of that self pitying, out of that unmindful, quick fix type actions, if you got that. So, I think that's all I needed to say. Um, and this isn't about like if you're having loads of emotions and just to go and do something else. Obviously honor your emotions, listen to them, sit with them and feel them in your body and look at why they're coming up, because it's never for no reason. Like these low days that I have, they seem to come out of nowhere and it's like nothing even changed, but it's just the flows that we go through. There's still a reason why they're coming up. Sometimes I wonder whether it's just like the collective sadness that I'm tapped into and I'm just like feeling really sad and lonely for all of us. It's kind of a weird thing that people can be feeling so lonely and then there's like someone next door that's also feeling really lonely, and loneliness could just be combated by the two of us just talking openly. So anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. But I guess the key thing is just to kind of just take stock, just look, just step back, be the observer of your own body and mind, listen, look at, feel the emotions, feel what's coming through. And when you think you've really like got to know it, look deeper into it, then let it out, let it dance in the dance of life, let it be free, because they don't want to stick around in our heads, nor do we want them bouncing around saying the same thing over and over. So it's kind of like if you imagine a really dirty pipe and it was all clogged up with grease and fat. Maybe that wouldn't even clear so easily, but yeah, you would start to put water through it, and this water that comes out is going to be really groggy at first, it's going to be really smelly. So it's like the darkness, the things that you don't want anyone to know you're thinking, they may come out and they're not going to be so nice to look at, but they're going to feel really good once the pipe's clean. And then as you keep putting more and more water through it, keep flowing, keep writing, keep dancing, eventually the pipe starts to clear up a bit. So there's only a little bit, and the water that's coming out the other end is getting clearer. It's not so nasty to look at. And then obviously it's a pipe. There's always going to be rust. There's always going to be metal flakes and dirt on the inside. But as long as we keep flowing water through it, then clearer water will flow, and we will keep the pipes more clean for new stuff to come, for new ideas, for new inspiration, for new wisdom and guidance, because our intuitive messages can't come through a blocked pipe. They just won't fit. I mean, some of them may do, but the more we clear it out, the more we create space for the new. So my throat always seems to block up when I'm speaking some truth. Maybe there's something I need to look at. Something's coming out of me and it's getting a little bit stuck on the way out. So thank you for listening if you got this far. I'm doing it on my phone, which is why I had to do it in a 2-part. And yeah, I don't really know how you end videos. This is my very first video. So thanks for listening if you made it this far. I love you and you're doing amazing. Whatever you're doing it well.